Today is Thursday, July 9th, 2026. Here are the day's main stories. We begin this hour with escalating tensions in the Middle East, as the United States and Iran have traded new strikes in the last few hours.
The United States launched fresh airstrikes against Iran early Thursday, with Tehran responding by targeting Bahrain, Kuwait, and Qatar. Explosions were reported by Iranian state media in parts of the country's south. U.S. President Donald Trump stated on Truth Social that these latest strikes were in retribution for yesterday's bombing of ships by Iran, warning of worse consequences if it happens again. The U.S. military's Central Command reported hitting some 90 targets across Iran. Iran's Revolutionary Guard confirmed launching retaliatory strikes on U.S. military bases in Kuwait and Bahrain overnight, calling them the first phase of the punitive response against the American treaty breakers. This follows President Trump's statement that recent Iranian attacks on ships in the Strait of Hormuz signaled the end of a fragile ceasefire.
Shifting to Africa, the International Criminal Court says it has made a significant breakthrough in its investigation into war crimes in Sudan.
Nazhat Shamim Khan, the International Criminal Court's deputy chief prosecutor, stated the court has concrete evidence linking leaders of the paramilitary Rapid Support Forces to recent war crimes in the Darfur region. Khan told the BBC the court has reached a breakthrough in its probe into massacres of civilians in El Fasher and El Geneina. The United Nations says more than 6,000 people were killed in El Fasher when the Rapid Support Forces seized the city last October. A United Nations report released yesterday also found evidence of widespread atrocities by both sides, though the Rapid Support Forces deny carrying out widespread killings.
U.S. President Donald Trump has wrapped up a NATO summit in Turkey, announcing a major development for Ukraine.
President Trump announced yesterday that the U.S. will give Ukraine a license to make Patriot air defense systems to counter missile attacks from Russia in their more than 4-year war. This significant move for Kyiv marks a turnaround for Trump, who had initially resisted allowing foreign manufacture of Patriots. While his day at the NATO meeting began with criticism of European partners, he later described a gathering of unity and tremendous love. President Trump also flew partway home from the summit on an older Air Force One plane instead of the new Qatari-gifted jet he arrived in, raising security questions about the new aircraft, retrofitted at a cost of $400 million.
In sports, the Egyptian Football Association has lodged a formal complaint after what it believes was unfair and biased officiating in Egypt's 3-2 World Cup loss to Argentina on Tuesday. FIFA's chief of refereeing, Pierluigi Collina, responded yesterday, stating that, quote, unfounded allegations have no place in our sport, and that, quote, nobody can question the integrity of the FIFA World Cup match officials.
Across the Atlantic, Andy Burnham is widely expected to succeed Keir Starmer as the United Kingdom's next prime minister this month. The 56-year-old often highlights his northern, blue-collar roots, an identity shaped by his upbringing and time as mayor of Greater Manchester.
Meanwhile, Ukraine's drone attacks continue to impact Russia, reportedly wreaking havoc on Russian oil facilities. Russia has halted diesel exports after recent strikes on its refineries, bringing the war home to many Russians.
And finally, Western Europe experienced its hottest June on record. European Union scientists confirmed the unprecedented heat waves, with France alone reporting over 2,700 heat-related deaths during its June heat wave.
That was the NDP Media News Digest. Thanks for listening.